From the KBIA Newsroom in Columbia, I'm Caitlin McElwain. In the Midwest, forms of artificial intelligence are now being used in industries including education, healthcare, and policing. While state and federal officials debate how to and who should regulate AI, local leaders are stepping in. Nestor Masledge is research manager at Stanford's Institute for Human-Centered Artificial Intelligence. He also tracks AI governance and applications.
While I think a lot of policymakers agree that there should be some regulation regarding AI, I think the devil tends to be in the details, and there's a lot of kind of argumentative back and forth about what the right regulation is.
Some Midwestern cities aren't waiting for a consensus and have started adding their own oversight on AI, including utility agreements and transparency disclosures. The median selling price of Missouri homes in the first half of 2025 was the highest on record. KOMU 8 reports the median selling price was $269,000, and through June, around 34,000 residential properties were sold in the state, the lowest number for a half year since at least 2015. But Columbia realtor Alice Leeper says Boone County saw an increase of 6% in unit sales over the past month, which is about 8% higher than what sales were at this time last year. Beef cattle have been getting heavier for decades, and sustainability is becoming an issue. Noah Grabianski with Missouri Business Alert has more on how some farmers are finding a solution.
Cattle farmers are beginning to analyze relative feed intake. That's a measurement of how much weight a cow gains relative to how much it eats. The less food a cow needs to gain weight, the more profitable and sustainable it becomes. Doug Frank is the co-owner of the Frank Hazel Rig Cattle Company. He says cattle weights in his operation, like others in the state, are beginning to reach a threshold.
Big maintenance costs are going up, and maybe we're past the point of the most efficiency there. We're probably at the limit of what our commercial customers have for resources.
As a result, Frank and other farmers are focusing on relative feed intake, alongside other traits, when breeding future generations of cows. I'm Noah Grabianski, KBIA News.
Information about who has been contributing to the state's tax credit program for private school tuition is no longer available to the public. The Missouri Independent reports the donor information and contribution amounts to most scholars were wiped by the state after the publication reported on the program and its donors, the largest ones including the founding family of the Kansas City Chiefs. The state treasurer's office did not seem to be aware that the donor list was publicly available and chalked the situation up to a clerical error. I'm Caitlin McElwain, KBIA News, Columbia.